Welcome to Operation Hope, presented by the Samaritan Inn. I'm WFAA's Cleo Green. The next hour is dedicated to the incredible work of the Samaritan Inn, a nonprofit homeless program that helps restore people to independence through training, support, and personalized case management. Stay tuned for inspiring stories highlighting the determination and triumph of some of the Inn's graduates. From now until 11 a.m., volunteers, they're going to be standing by at our phone bank, generously brought to us by SRS Raise the Roof. All funds raised this morning will support the Inn's mission of providing hope for the homeless. The number to call and donate will be scrolling throughout today's program. You can also text OP-HOPE, OPHOPE, to 76278, or go ahead and call 972-542-1456. Let's find out more about the Samaritan Inn from CEO Rick Crocker.
For over 37 years, the Samaritan Inn has made a positive impact in the North Texas area and in the lives of thousands of people experiencing homelessness. What began as a 10-bed emergency facility for single men has evolved to a 15-acre transitional housing program serving hundreds of community members a year. On average, it costs $6,200 for an individual resident's stay, which covers all their essential needs and services while in our care. Everything is provided at no cost to the recipient, thanks to funding from generous donors. We provide a comprehensive homeless program that helps willing people gain dignity and independence. The current facility serves approximately 225 residents and allows both family and single adults to have a safe, clean place to stay. Services include providing 3 meals a day, clothing, individualized bathrooms, and laundry facilities. There are separate dormitory-style living areas for men and women, and private living areas for parents with small children. The program's holistic approach assists people struggling with homelessness and operates as a transitional program, allowing for longer stays, providing the daily essentials, and establishing a broad network of services and resources to help the residents get back to self-sufficiency. Upon intake, residents must be drug and alcohol-free and remain sober throughout their stay. They must be able to work full-time and have committed no violent offenses in their criminal record. Once admitted into the program, residents are required to attend financial literacy and career development classes, plus meet with both an assigned caseworker and a mental health counselor on a weekly basis. There's no time limit or required exit date. However, the average length of stay for a resident to complete the program and transition down a road of success and sustainability is about 6 months. Located across the street is a second facility, the North Texas Gateway Apartments. This 20-unit apartment complex was built to provide a stepping stone for residents who have graduated the Samaritan Inn Shelter program but aren't yet able to afford market value rent, by allowing them to pay a portion of their income as rent. They may stay in their apartment for up to 18 months. The program is designed to ease the resident back into independent living at a pace they can afford. Also, located down the street, the Inn-style resale store sells new and gently used home decor, furniture, clothing, and much more. 100% of sale proceeds support the Samaritan Inn's program to help fund services provided to their residents. Every year, people from all walks of life find themselves struggling with homelessness in our communities. When they come through our doors, residents find judgment-free stability to begin their journey back to self-sufficiency and leave homelessness behind.
Rick, you're at the Samaritan Inn, and we are so excited to learn more about the facility throughout the hour. I hear that you have some outstanding news to share regarding our SRS Raise the Roof phone bank donations this morning.
Thanks so much, Cleo. We have faithful supporters of the Inn who are issuing a special matching opportunity for every donation coming in throughout the day. Pam and Larry Little, longtime supporters and board members, are issuing a matching challenge for all donations made today up to $75,000. So donate now to double your contribution. Our volunteers are ready to take your call.
That's fantastic news. Coming up next, we hear from Christina, a former resident, on how she's used lessons learned from her time at the inn to truly succeed and impact others. Welcome back to Operation Hope, presented by the Samaritan Inn. Last year, the inn provided a home to 586 individuals. The average cost for a resident's entire stay is about $6,200. Your support today can take a resident through their entire journey, from crisis to thriving. Please call our SRS Raise the Roof phone bank right now to support this incredible mission. Every dollar counts towards helping provide hope for the homeless, and by calling now, you can have your contribution matched. Over the past 38 years, the inn's services have continued to expand. Let's hear more from Rick about the essential services that the inn provides.
The Samaritan Inn has been providing services for the homeless population in Collin County since 1984 and has grown into a transitional program able to meet the needs of single men, single women, and families. Families with dependent children make up the majority of the shelter population, with children representing 1/3 of our residents. Our top priority is providing the residents everything they need to meet their basic daily necessities, starting with food, shelter, and safety. The campus is specifically designed to provide care to residents in a safe manner with seamless access to needed services and community resources. Located at 1514 North McDonald Street in McKinney, the facility features state-of-the-art key-card secured buildings, ensuring only those with proper access can enter the premises. Also, on-site security measures guarantee the safety and well-being of all residents, volunteers, and staff. A large dining hall provides 3 nutritious meals each day, plus snacks and sack lunches are available for residents to take to work or school. Last year alone, more than 130,000 meals were provided to residents. The 3 Squares Healthy Meals program provides the opportunity for the community who support the inn to come and serve meals to residents. The dining room is not just a place to eat, it's the heart of the inn. Residents gather for regularly scheduled enrichment and recreational activities that meet social and emotional needs. Events like movie nights, book fairs, crafting and cooking classes, and holiday-themed activities year-round. In total, the resident building has 50 rooms. 20 are allocated for single residents to share, and 30 are family rooms that allow an individual family to enjoy privacy. All rooms have their own bathroom, a small work area, and even their own thermostat. The Samaritan Inn provides residents with essential items such as hygiene and personal care products, cleaning supplies, basic clothing items, and seasonal accessories that residents need all year long. Even Fido has a home at the Samaritan Inn. Studies show that those struggling with homelessness are often unwilling to go into a shelter if it means leaving their dog behind. The Samaritan Inn provides kennel space for 4-legged family members that includes food and veterinary care. All of these essential services are provided at no cost to residents. The Samaritan Inn provides a springboard from a place of crisis into a new life of dignity and independence for those struggling with homelessness. With the support of donors like you, the Samaritan Inn continues to make a difference in North Texas.
Wow, free of charge to residents is incredible, and that's thanks to donors like you. Now we're going to hear how these life-changing services made a lasting impact on Christina and, in turn, her community.
I found myself in a situation of going through a divorce, a rough divorce with no money and nowhere to go, no job, and found myself in need of getting into somewhere with my kids to be safe and to start again. Things spiraled downwards until one night I spent the night in my car in the Albertsons parking lot. I was scared hearing the noises. I remember crying. I just didn't know what to do. I felt lost, just emotionally drained. I couldn't believe that this is where it led up to and that I was sleeping in my car there, and I knew I had to find a solution and quick. I prayed in that car that night. I prayed everywhere I went all the time. I prayed a lot. I remember just saying, just take me wherever you want to, lead me in the direction you want me to go, and I will follow. After that, I took my kids and I was out driving and I happened to see this purple house, and I just remember thinking, man, I really got to go into that building. I felt like God was leading me there. I felt like he was saying, this is right now what you need to do. And so I went into the building. We actually looked around and found some nifty things inside the thrift store. At that point in time, I remember seeing Samaritan Inn homeless shelter on the wall behind the checkout, and she stated that it was a homeless shelter down the street. And I remember just falling to pieces because I knew that this was it, that I was actually going to be getting the help I needed. I went right there that day. Once they gave me the directions, they told me that there was only one room available and I would have to come back the next day. So I was like, I will be here, I promise. She's like, this room will go. I'm like, no, please do not let the room go. You know, I need this room. So I came back the next day and they got me in. I never imagined in a million years that I would be the one that would be stepping into a homeless shelter. I don't think anybody can actually know how hard that feels unless you live it. I felt belittled in my own being, like I failed, but at the same time, I knew I was where I was supposed to be. I remember looking at the Dallas shelter and it was like the movies, and I was so scared because I didn't know if that was going to be the route I was going to go. And I remember having this visual of cots and people lined up in cots. That's what my thought was on a shelter. So when I arrived at Samaritan Inn and we got taken to our room that had a closed door and we had our own bathroom, you know, that we could have our own privacy for me and my kids. It was just amazing. It seemed unreal. They helped with getting me on track as far as getting me started with a resume. They helped with getting me my work attire through the thrift store. I got vouchers to go do that. I didn't have gas money. I didn't have a job or any money at all, period. So they gave me gas cards to get gas to go look for work. When it comes to things for business and interviewing, they helped with counseling. Every need that I needed was fulfilled. Yeah, there's a lot of giving going on, but there's a program and there's rules you have to stick to. Everybody who lives at Samaritan Inn has to do their certain chores, and you know, you had to be in your room with lights off by 9 o'clock. There was rules, you can't leave, you can't come in late. You have to follow the strict guidelines there. For me, just having that support and the guidance and the scheduling and everything, that the way it is set up with the program, it helped me refocus as almost like I was a child and being parented again on how to get your life back on track. Cooking for my kids a good meal was exciting. I remember thinking, I can cook. Yes, I can cook. To be able to have those things that we all take for granted back was amazing. The Samaritan Inn gave me peace of mind, security, and my life back with my kids. I think there's a lot of homeless people out there. Are they homeless? Are they needing help? Just be open-minded. Don't judge before you actually hear their story. That's why we're here, to be able to make it happen for these families to actually be able to get help when they need it and not be turned away.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
It's inspiring to see the ripple effect, how helping one person can change the lives of countless others. Christina is here to give us an update, joining me now from her gym in McKinney. Welcome, Christina.
Hi, Cleo. Thanks for having me on.
Can you share the lasting impact that the Samaritan Inn has had on your life?
Oh my goodness, that's such a big question, but it's had such a lasting effect because of getting that unconditional love and support, and really people they were encouraging to help me change for a permanent basis, and carrying that on through all my struggles made me feel like I'm never going to be alone now, and I always can use what they gave me inside of me, but also they're able to be there as my backup too if I ever needed anybody else, for advice or help in the future.
What did you learn during your time at the inn that you can share with your clients?
I'm going to say the biggest thing that's really helped me a lot was unconditional love and support, because the Samaritan Inn does that with a non-judgmental way that changed me to be able to pay that forward to everybody. I know what it feels like to be broke. I know what it feels like to have nothing and need help. So I help them on that journey on resources and get them in the right direction, and then help change their life for the permanent.
And at what point in your journey do you feel like you found your true, authentic self?
I found my authentic self through changing and through the journeys of life, through helping others. Helping them through the struggle made me realize, wow, that's where I've struggled too. And I know that I can be a better solution if I'm also leading by example of I've already conquered that. And so helping others is really the bottom line here on really making a huge change in your life.
And why do you think it's important for you to be involved with the Samaritan Inn after graduating?
It fulfills a piece of my soul that nothing else does. Helping somebody else go through the worst struggle and to the bottom, it doesn't get no worse than being homeless. I think that really empowers you to feel so strong about the mission and how much it's changed your life.
So what does it feel like now to own and manage a gym?
Driving up and to the gym every day and be able to change lives and is this really my life? Pinch myself, is this real? I'm blessed. God has blessed me, and I am more than blessed, actually.
It's real, Christina. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks. Have a great day.
It's clear Christina's experience at the Samaritan Inn put her in a position to inspire others. Let's hear from her business partner and clients on how she motivates them to succeed.
She inspires me by wanting to be a better person. And at times where I have no direction on which way I want to go, I think about, what would Christina do in this situation, and I follow that.
Christina's openness allows you to be open, and she always allows you to be who you are. That just gives you the strength and the motivation to keep on.
She's just very passionate about her own life, and she's just very passionate about trying to invest that into others. That is very contagious when you see other people using their time in such a meaningful way. It's like, what can I do to use my time in a more meaningful way?
I think with her background, it just allows her to live her life and be authentic and be real. Through her experiences and through her life, she's able to really connect with people, and she's able to inspire them to be more than they can be, to show that no matter what your situation is, what your background is, we all have opportunities to grow, be better, and to take ownership of our lives and improve it.
We are so proud of Christina and all of the graduates of our Samaritan Inn program. You can help support the Inn by calling or texting now to make a donation. And don't forget, longtime Samaritan Inn supporters Pam and Larry Little will be matching all donations made during today's broadcast up to $75,000. And I have great news. We're starting off with a bang. We've received an incredible $25,000 donation from Encore Electric Delivery. Our most sincere thanks to Encore Electric. Coming up next, we'll walk you through the Samaritan Inn's 4 pillars to help foster independence. And we'll hear an update from Michelle, an inspiring single mother. Welcome back, everyone. While we were gone, we received a $10,000 donation to the Samaritan Inn from Ben and Betsy Wisnant. And another $10,000 just came in courtesy of our friends John and Mary in McKinney. Please don't forget to call or text now. A donation of any size will make an incredible difference. The Samaritan Inn believes in a person-centered approach to those we serve, changing one life at a time. But we can't do it alone. Your gifts make our work possible, and every gift matters. It means so much to us that you would come alongside us in this important endeavor, providing hope to some of our most vulnerable neighbors. Your generous financial support makes it possible to do this transformative work, making our communities stronger by helping children, families, and individuals live their best lives. Thank you for your support and investment in building a brighter future for all of us. Last year, the Samaritan Inn provided over 2,000 hours of case management, nearly 4,000 hours of counseling, as well as 700 hours of career development and financial literacy classes. These types of services are key to our Gaining Independence program, focused on helping residents develop the skills and knowledge they need to foster independence.
This is a story about mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, men and women, just like you and me. It's a story about homelessness, hopelessness, joblessness, poverty, because of the Samaritan Inn.
Come on in here.
This is also a story about dignity and independence.
Good job.
It's a story about hope and encouragement. It's about a place to live.
Give me an N.
A place to learn, a place to grow. It's a story about new beginnings. We believe in the power of hope. We believe it's possible to break the cycle. We believe in a holistic plan of action. It's about case management.
You want that transcript to reflect
Mentors and advisors to those who need direction or a cheerleader. It's about counseling and emotional support when things seem at their worst. It's about financial literacy.
You have to live on that amount of money.
From learning how to open a savings account to creating and sticking to a budget. It's about career development.
So that's one of the most important things to put up.
With job readiness training, resume writing, and job placement. It's a comprehensive approach that has helped thousands who've graduated our program not only maintain, but thrive.
My caseworker encouraged me that even at 53, I'm not too old to go back to college.
Having support, having someone encourage you to do better. So yeah, I love it.
My position is like, who needs counseling? But when you get into it, you learn a lot about yourself.
Working with Linda over in the financial department and going through those courses were dynamite. It just really got me back down to the bare bones, almost to what I had to do when I was first out of college.
The career development class, it's helping me in many ways. First, it got me accomplishing my resume, giving me classes about interviews, what are the things to say and the things not to say. And what they're doing for me now is helping me with my GED. They got me into a course where I can go ahead and finish that off and start college in March.
So these are their stories, ones of achievement and independence and security. But for others, it's a story still being written. But it isn't just their story. This is our story too, yours and mine. With your help, we can help families like these achieve the ending they hope for, an ending of success and independence.
This is my room and this is where I sleep. This is where I keep my toys.
More than 150 stories at the end that are still being written. We ask for your help so he and others get a second chance for a happy ending.
In 2018, SRS Distribution and their Raise the Roof Foundation began a partnership with the Samaritan Inn, focusing on enriching lives. What started during our Fill the Truck campaign has blossomed into countless hours of service. They've helped prepare and serve meals, participated in special events, and provided essential supplies for residents. We look forward to building upon our relationship with SRS Distribution and their SRS Raise the Roof Foundation in a joint effort to help willing people gain dignity and independence across North Texas.
What a wonderful partnership. While some resident stories are still being written, others have added new chapters upon graduation. Michelle credits the inn with helping her overcome life's toughest challenges.
I'm the oldest of three. I was always taught that if you want anything, you gotta work for it, that nothing's gonna be handed to you. I've been working since I was 17 years old. It gives you a good feeling of independence. I have my kids in Detroit. I'm working, single mom, we're doing good. Walked in one day from work, my mom kept my girls, and my oldest had swollen ankles. You can have the best Blue Cross or PPO, HMO, LMNOP, and still not be prepared for what life serves you. And here I thought I could handle everything. All you needed was to be able to be independent, be a hard worker, be responsible. So I strapped on my cape, patched up the holes, put my kids in a van, and man, came to Texas. We get here, there's only me and my kids in our van with no place to stay. I couldn't figure out how we even got to a hotel where the kids couldn't crawl around on the floor because the carpets were nasty and everyone's piled up in one bed. How did I drop the ball? How did I drop the ball? I felt pretty bad. Michelle, you gotta do something. You gotta fix it. Okay. It was late November when we showed up. The only room that was available was actually reserved. And if they didn't get there at a certain time, then they were gonna lose their spot. It was like winning the lottery when Rachel came out and said, well, that family didn't show up, and so we're gonna be able to give you guys a room. We had room 112, our own small little space. It said, you're home until you get home, and we're gonna help you do that. So our plan of action was that Leanna would stay at the inn. She would keep an eye on Kennedy and Maddie and Chase, and I would be the one that goes and works. They update your resume and they teach you how to go and get a job. And I got 2 jobs. There were parenting classes, even counseling for the kids. It was a place that you could really feel yourself healing and growing. After everything that we had been through, I was stable. So we graduate from the inn, and I'm thinking everything is gonna be great. Then life happens. The van breaks down, and then Leanna starts to get sick. Her lungs are deteriorating, and she ends up on life support for 16 days, and then she's gone. Had it not been for the inn, had I not been built back up, I couldn't have handled that next term. Susan, one of the counselors over at the Samaritan Inn, had given me some coping tools. You allow yourself room to mourn, room to be disappointed, but then room to heal and grow and go. A couple years later, I have a great new job, and we're doing really well. Kennedy is a senior in high school, and she's gotten scholarships and all kind of offer letters. Madison and Chase are healthy. My kids are allowed to be kids. They don't have to worry about where the rent's coming from, or if they're gonna eat, or if they're gonna be warm, and it's a good thing. When I was young and first got to Detroit and saw the homeless people, I thought, you brought it on yourself. That had you gone to school, had you had more integrity, had you been a little more determined, I had come up with so many judgments as to how they got into that situation. I no longer have the opinion that I did of homeless people, because I've walked a mile in their shoes. And if it wasn't for the people that support the Samaritan Inn, I wouldn't be here able to say thank you. The whole operation is run on volunteers and people that have given of themselves to nurture my family to a successful place. And they work very hard to get you there. And so from the bottom of my everything, I would say thank you.
Coming up, Rick talks with Michelle about life after the Samaritan Inn.
Joining me now is Michelle. Michelle, we just saw your story. What an amazing journey you've been on since you left the inn. I'm sure everybody would be interested to know what's going on in your life. Give us an update.
Well, thanks for asking. When I came to the inn, I had babies, and they're all big now. My daughter Kennedy is finished with high school and college, and she's gone into property management. And then my babies were 16 months. They were twins, Madison and Chase, and now they are through to the 6th grade and thriving. They're 12, and I have a great job, and we're not where we were when I first got to the inn. Absolutely not.
That's such good news to hear.
Yeah.
Really encouraging. As you think back on your experience at the Samaritan Inn those years ago, what were the helps and the tools that helped you the most in moving out of homelessness into a place of sufficiency and independence?
There are so many workshops, how to set up your first bank account, how to build your resume. All of those tools, all of those things help me transition back out into what the normal world or the working world. I opened a business. I am now helping the children figure out how they want to do bank accounts and credit and those kinds of things. And I learned all of that stuff at the inn during my program time, during my stay.
You talk about opening a business. I hear that you have a new business venture, so we want to hear all about that. It sounds exciting.
It is exciting. Thank you so much for asking about it. It's a voiceover company. The name of it is My Lakin Media, LLC. I offer all facets of voiceover and digital print, voice application. I also do weddings and receptions, brand ambassador, commercials. I set up internal voicemails and that kind of thing, and I'm just offering that service. Haven't quite gotten my contracts together yet, but even with the Samaritan Inn's teaching and some of the stuff that I learned there, now I'm out here in the community trying to make my own way. I'm dreaming.
So your dream is coming to reality.
It is.
Well, I can't thank you enough for joining us today. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Successful stories like Michelle's are what we do every day at the Samaritan Inn. But in order to continue doing so, we need your help. Donations from generous viewers like you help us to provide financial literacy and job readiness training. A special thank you to Baylor, Scott, and White Health, McKinney, Plano, and Centennial for a generous donation they just made for $16,500. Our job readiness program is instrumental in helping our residents move on to the next phase of their lives, as it did for one of our graduates, William.
My name is William Seabury. I'm 56 years old. In my wildest dreams, I would never have ever imagined ever becoming homeless. I'm from a family of 10 and from a low-income household. Things were tight, but we managed. I graduated from high school, and I've been working ever since. I worked in carpentry for a while and also in customer service. A little more than 3 years ago, I was working in a warehouse, unloading some freight, had a back injury. And at the time, couldn't afford to go to the doctors to help me with this injury. I missed a lot of time from work. Eventually, I got kicked out of my apartment because I couldn't afford to pay. It was pretty rough because no place to go, just living out of my truck. I was working in a grocery store, picking up a few hours part-time throughout the week. Sometimes I was able to get groceries, then it came to a point I had to make a decision. Gas for the vehicle or food. It really brought me to a point where I started questioning, do I want to actually go on? Because, hey, I'm at a point, I pretty much have lost everything.
He's really one of those individuals who's very much like the people that we see on a daily basis.
What we do at the Samaritan Inn is when people come into shelter, their needs are completely met, all their basic needs, from the basic of shelter all the way to mental health.
I was just totally blown away because I'm like, wow, this is nothing like I've ever heard or ever even seen before. Samaritan Inn was very much involved with me on a daily basis as far as, looking for work.
Now hiring.
Everything from writing a resume, providing some coaching.
William did spend a lot of time in the computer lab. He was working on getting his adjuster certificate to become an insurance adjuster.
My caseworker, Brandy Stockton, fantastic individual.
We have a very holistic approach. We take a person and consider all the situation. We don't focus on just getting them in housing and moving them on. We focus on taking care of the things that caused their homelessness in the first place.
I'm at a point, I pretty much have lost everything. So she pretty much stood me right back into focus, saying, hey, you can do this. I'm really excited about my future. Even though I'm currently working, I'm really looking forward to becoming an insurance agent and a signing agent.
What happened to him could happen to anyone. It could happen to me.
All it takes is one crisis. All it takes is one health emergency, a divorce, unexpected divorce, sudden job change, unemployment.
You want to have that sense of accomplishment. I had actually lost it. From the time of entering the Samaritan Inn, it's been nothing but sky's the limit. I am excited about my future, all the accomplishments that have come my way, and I have achieved my goals. I'm still not done yet. I still have a way to go.
Stories like William's is what the Samaritan Inn is all about, and we couldn't do it without the help from donors like you and our partners.
Hi, my name is Gene Kraselic with the Premier Arts Collective. Through our Premier Legacy program, we have been honored to serve and donate to the Samaritan Inn, a phenomenal organization. When I had the opportunity to tour it firsthand, I really couldn't believe what I saw. The people that are being served are so appreciative of the love and the care that is given by the Samaritan Inn staff. I really encourage you to consider giving to a program like this, a facility that is second to none, that has been built out of the love and the care of the people who care for their own community. So from the Premier Arts Collective and our Premier Legacy program, please consider supporting the Samaritan Inn.
Unique to the Samaritan Inn are programs designed to help heal. Individual and group counseling for the whole family are part of the Inn's holistic approach to combat homelessness. See how it's made a difference in a young mother's life.
My name is Ashley Hanks. I'm 26 years old. I have a 6-year-old son. He's very energetic. We're so similar in personality, so strong-willed, but he is the most compassionate little boy after everything he's been through. Well, I was initially living with my parents. We did not always get along. There was some family baggage. Ultimately, they asked me to leave. With the help of some other people, decided to place my son in a temporary foster care situation. It was completely voluntary. And then I tried to rush the healing process.
She truly came from a place of rock bottom. She came from the worst case scenario. She had made changes in her life that were not good and it affected her to lose her son.
Her goals were pretty straightforward since the beginning. To have her son, to have independence, and I think to just feel better overall since she'd been through so much.
She went to parenting classes, she went to group counseling, individual counseling.
I got my son back about 3 months after I started at the Samaritan Inn. It was a fantastic day. I cried.
She took the financial classes, completed the budget lab, completed a budget where she still maintains that budget to this day.
Preparing for your future.
Completed their job training course. They gave me tools to talk to people appropriately in the workplace. Manage my time, and as a result of that, I've been promoted 3 times in the last 2 years.
The Samaritan Inn provides some of the basic things that you would expect in a social service agency like ours: case management, counseling, other educational opportunities. But we really care about the whole individual.
There aren't a lot of places like this.
They were always there, always ready, always willing to help or listen.
Our donations are critical to supporting our services and our programs.
The donations are huge because they help keep us running every day.
And then of course it affects the most important thing, how many people we can have here, the potential for childcare, all sorts of things that people wouldn't even think about until they had something really hard like this happen in their life.
Kayla and Emily both helped teach me that I have value, that no matter what happens in the past or what will happen in the future, that I'm the same person and I can get through anything that life throws at me.
You get to see residents that have truly come from rock bottom and leave here a whole different person when they walk through these doors.
It took me some time to be proud of myself, but after looking back at what I have accomplished, I feel proud and I did it.
Coming up, learn about ways the inn supports its youngest residents.
Welcome back. If any of these stories have touched your heart today, we encourage you to make a donation, knowing that every dollar raised will help continue supporting our mission of giving hope to the homeless. Our SRS Raise the Roof phone bank will remain open for another hour. Call or text now to make the greatest impact possible for our residents, 1/3 of which are children. On most days, before sun is up, our staff is helping to prepare our families and our children for the day's activities. 155 to 160 people call the Samaritan Inn their temporary home. 1/3 of our residents are children.
My name is Hunter. I'm 14 years old, almost 15, and I would like to be a game developer or animator.
I'm 16 years old. I'm a junior in high school, and I want to be able to help kids. I want to be able to work with them.
We all have dreams for our kids. The parents who come to us have dreams for their kids.
Hello.
Audrey Grace, she is full of energy.
I like to sing, so here I can.
She's a crazy, wild little child. She's very compassionate. I kind of envision her being a vet someday. She loves animals so much. We are a family of 4. We have lived here for 7 months, and it took about 2 or 3 months to get in.
We're here as the safety net and surround the family and surround the children with folks who are loving, encouraging, helpful.
So I definitely recommend you to communicate directly with the teacher. My role is to come alongside families with school-age children and help them get the resources they need to be successful in school. If they've fallen behind and are not working on grade level,
1, 2, 3.
I can help them with arranging for tutoring
Has. Can you use the word has in a sentence?
I've been able to take classes that I don't think I would have had access to before.
Old hat, new hat.
Very good.
A beautiful partnership with a group of dedicated volunteers. This group comes in with their therapy dogs.
Hickory dickory dock.
And it's just a non-judgmental, loving approach
Ball. Ball. Good job.
to helping raise the confidence level of that child in reading aloud.
Help Sandy find the E.
Sandy, help me.
Kind of relax them a little bit so that they can help think of through what they're doing.
And then 3, 3, 3.
We have one individual that comes in and teaches piano and cello lessons.
3, 1, 5.
So great experiences in art and music.
This is Chris over here at the Samaritan Inn Homeless Program. We get to organize and find summer programming for our children.
They sent him to YMCA camp, and he got to learn how to be a counselor, did youth training and stuff like for 3 weeks, and it was amazing. Like he really almost became a man there.
Extracurricular activities that most of these children, frankly, would not have the opportunity to be exposed to at all because of their particular situations.
I can't even begin to express the gratitude that we have being here. They really want to help you get on your feet. Our heart is here, the kids' hearts are here. They feel at home. It was a really amazing, smooth transition for them, just because the staff is so warm and welcome. They truly care for you.
Samaritan has supported us so much along this journey. We're now stable. We have, reliable transportation. We're doing good in school like we've, started out doing. And it's just straightforward from here on out.
It's a chapter in our life and we're growing here and we're getting prepared for the next blessing. Our goal is March 31st to be out moving onward and upwards. You can hit rock bottom and you can still go down. There's always down. But I prefer up, so I'm not looking back.
Good.
In this space, in this place, we're able to allow them to dream again.
It's really inspiring to see the enormous impact the Inn can make in our community. We'd like to introduce you now to John, a single father who's been positively affected by the Inn, and his son Brigham.
What's your nickname? What's your nickname?
Giggle.
I was in a roommate situation in California, being a single father, just getting custody of Brigham at 2.5 years old, and asking my roommates to have to deal with a 2.5-year-old was a lot. And I looked at options to see how I could get out here and get started all over again. And the Samaritan Inn came up. Yeah, it was a great experience, and they helped me save up so that I could get out and get out strong. The case management was great. Having somebody that was there pushing me to save instead of buy that Mountain Dew on the way to work. Those things are important. As I've said before, being held accountable is a big deal, and it was something that I needed. The Samaritan Inn provides so many things. They provided all my toiletries. They helped me get the dentures that I have right now. They helped me in so many ways, and it's donations like that that got me to where I am now. I'm living my fantasy. I have a house on an acre. It's a little house, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but it's just me and Brigham and a bunch of chickens and some cows that come by. And it's out in the country where I needed to be. I'm living the dream. And it took me a couple years to get there, but this was what pushed me. I springboarded off of this. Working. But aren't we all? I work from home, luckily. What?
You're the best daddy.
You? the best son. What did we talk about? As a manager for an answer service, and have some employees that I manage. Those pillars underneath me helped because I didn't know how to handle my finances right. I'd always lived in a roommate situation, and I'm out there doing it now by myself, and I'm in the position that I can spoil my kid every now and then. He just got a new dirt bike.
And then this is how you use the back brake. Back brake is better.
And we're out in the country and we're living the dream right now. It's the reason why I wanted to come to Texas, to get away from the city and get away from everything and raise him up right.
Good boy.
Brigham is always solid. Brigham has always been solid. He's my rock.
Yes, like pretty much everything is hundreds.
Brigham, seeing him living such a good life and not living in that environment that drove me here is all worth it. He saved my life. I don't know where I would be without him. I'd probably be wasting time, but now I'm motivated to be the better me, and this program helped me be the better me and to be a better dad for him, and it's something that I can't say more thanks for.
What a heartwarming story. As our show comes to a close, we'll keep the SRS Raise the Roof phone bank open for another hour. Special thanks to David Kessel, CPA. We know tax season is coming up, and we're so grateful for your sponsorship again this year. We'd also like to thank the SRS Raise the Roof Foundation and SRS Distribution for helping make this day possible. It has been wonderful to share the good work that the Samaritan Inn does here in North Texas. Please remember, the work we do would not be possible without generous donors like you. And Cleo, what a fantastic morning it's been. I'm so very thankful to you for being a part of this special television event. It's been a joy for me to share this hour with you. And to our viewers, thanks from the bottom of our hearts for linking arms with us in supporting this crucial work of transforming lives and providing hope to the homeless. There's no doubt about it. Together, we make an unstoppable force for good.
Thank you, Rick. I know we're all inspired by the incredible work that you're doing. Remember, as Rick said, call now to donate or text OP-HOPE, O-P-H-O-P-E to 76278 or call 972-542-1456. Thank you so much for tuning in to Operation Hope, presented by the Samaritan Inn. Have a great day, everyone.